Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here, and I suppose I have a little bit of explaining to do because obviously this is not the next round you're expecting. You're expecting some round in the middle of the season. But actually, I went on a big recording mission. I recorded the rest of the season, so I thought. I went through the rest of the season, I thought I was recording, then I went to look back and I was like, oh my goodness, it hasn't been recording all of this time. So basically what I did is I turned off my PS4 hoping it wasn't going to autosave, and then I was like, please, 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 I logged back on, and unfortunately I still had completed that last season. But I suppose the one good thing out of it, if you can say it's good, I didn't actually win the championship. I missed out on the championship by 2 points. Obviously a bit frustrating, but there's nothing I could do. I'd had a really good second half to the season, a couple of off races here and there, but unfortunately for me, I did actually miss out on the championship by 2 points, and I don't have that gameplay recorded for you guys. There's no way I can get that gameplay, obviously, because I just never recorded in the first place. I thought in my head I was recording all of that time, but I wasn't. A novice mistake there from myself. But anyway, we're going to get into the second, or sort of, what was it? Second season of MotoGP, fourth season in total here. And today, it's the Qatar Grand Prix. We're starting on pole position. Let's hope for a good one. So the lights are out and away we go for the first race of this new season. And we head up to turn number 1. Flat out, obviously, going to turn number 1 from pole position. Whoa, we're braking way too late into turn number 1, but somehow we get it stopped. Maybe it wasn't way too late in the end. The Yamaha, fully spec'd up and fully upgraded, is looking a pretty decent bike now. We've got the lead through the first couple of corners. Now Marc Marquez will be challenging us throughout this whole season, I'm sure about that. But don't worry guys, you'll see in some races I will just dominate the races. I will be really far ahead of the AI. But then you'll see in some of the other races I wasn't, because if you go and look back at, well, obviously you can't look back at that last season which I didn't record properly. What a noob. But yeah, if you did see that, you'd have seen that in some races I was like right up there with the front of the guys, sometimes a little bit ahead. Then other races I was just not in the middle of nowhere. I think in the San Marino, was it the San Marino? I think it was. That Grand Prix I qualified like 20th. Like, how does that happen on this bike? I don't know. But anyway, we still lead the Qatar Grand Prix. I think that's what you call it, isn't it? It's not the Qataris or anything like that. I think it's just the Qatar Grand Prix. I mean, I know there's talk of Formula 1 coming to this track at some point. I mean, I don't know whether that would be a good thing or not. I know GP2's raced around here in the past. I'm not too sure whether it'd really suit this track or not. I'm not too sure. But anyway, round some of the last corners here on this track. I actually quite enjoy this track. I'm not going to lie, guys. It is quite a lot of fun. You know, a lot of the corners do look the same though. So, you know, for example, this one, it makes me think I'm going around the final corner, but I'm actually not. So that's why you see I run wide quite a bit throughout this episode. I mean, I run wide a lot anyway, but you know what I mean, because some of the corners look exactly the same. I think that it's a certain corner, I think I can carry more speed than I actually can. So this is actually the final corner. We'll go around here in a second there, just about hitting the apex, but not exactly the greatest run off the corner here. And I'm just trying to get it to sort of stand up and go straight down the straight, but it didn't really work out here. Across the start finish line, we get another data pack obviously, and Lorenzo is just behind us now. He's got ahead of Marquez and he is dropped down to 3rd place. So through turn number 1 we can see we've got a decent, well, a little bit of an advantage over the bikes behind us here. Lorenzo and Marquez still swapping places behind us here whilst we're just trying to keep it on the track here. It's not exactly the best track for me, I think, in terms of results, but I do enjoy riding it. Ooh, there's a big mistake there. Somehow I don't come off the bike there and I stay on it for now, but then I completely mess up this corner here, and I sort of slowed up a little bit through the corner as I realised I've gone way too weird through this corner. I need to slow up a little bit. Lorenzo and Marquez still overtaking. They overtake every corner, it seems like. But anyway, we're completely messing up our lines here. You can actually see the proximity arrows. They're really closing in on us here. We've had a sloppy couple of corners, and they really have started to catch up to us here. You can see Lorenzo now is only 0.2 of a second behind us here. So we need to start paying a bit more attention here and trying to get to the end of this race in the lead this race here. But I completely mess up this once again. I don't know what's happening on the second lap. For some reason, my lines and everything are so much worse than they were on the first lap of the race here. So now just powering away once again. We're getting towards the end of the lap here. So hopefully for us, we'll just keep the concentration and just stay ahead for now. But we turn into this corner way too early. Is there something bad going to happen? Yes, it is. Bit of payback, but luckily we have our flashback. Our lucky one flashback. that hasn't been very lucky for us, but you know what I mean. We have at least one flashback to help us out throughout these races. I'm going to keep it with one flashback. I know some guys like maybe I should have more so that it's actually a bit more of an interesting race, but then the other people are like, well, I'll just stop using flashback at all. But anyway, we've got one flashback. We'll just keep with that for now. Anyway, Lorenzo's right up behind us here. He's under a tenth of a second behind us here, so he's really putting the pressure on us here as we head to the final corner here in Qatar. Not the final lap, but we have one more lap to go if we cross the start-finish line. So, up to the start-finish line now, powering away. I think we're going to have a quick look behind us here to check out where they are behind us here. Over the start-finish line, was it? I can't remember. I thought I did into turn number 1. Maybe I didn't, but they have lost a bit of time to that last couple of corners there. And we've got 0.6 of a second now ahead of Lorenzo. Lorenzo does set the track record as he's overtaken by Marc Marquez. He's dropped behind Marquez again. It's a good battle between those two. Maybe it would have been more interesting if I was in there, but oh no, what is happening? Oh, that was so nearly a big crash there, but luckily for us, we somehow controlled it. But that has lost us time. We really need to pay attention to the racing line here and stop going for our creative corner cuts, which aren't supposed to be corner cuts, but they end up being corner cuts. Alright, anyway. Marquez now right up behind us here. He'll be looking for an overtake. Down the inside here, maybe, I'm not too sure. We're going a bit more defensive, you can see here. Not exactly the racing line. And I make a mistake there by going too defensive. I went wide out the corner. And I've dropped now behind Lorenzo and Marquez. Now, I've got to show what I can really do in terms of overtaking. How am I going to get past these two? A bit more speed around the outside of Lorenzo. And we just about get past him. And we're going to go around the outside of Marquez. Surely we've gone too deep into that corner. I think we did, but we managed to get back in front of him, but surely he's going to be down the inside here. I think he is, Marc Marquez, but he doesn't have the momentum through the corner to get back to lead the race. Now we've just got to keep focused and try and bring home the 25 points here to start off a really good, hopefully, championship charge here. But no, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm doing really bad lines through these last couple of corners on the lap. Maybe it is the pressure here just getting to me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how did I not fall off there? And how did Lorenzo or Marquez not get past me? I don't know, but Lorenzo's looking around the outside here. Is he going to be able to get it down to the final corner? I don't know. We'll see. Now up to the final corner, we're going to brake a little bit later than I really want here to make sure that we get it steered in and hopefully still in the lead of this race. Now up to the start-finish line, we're looking behind here. It looks like we have got a bit of a gap. Up to the start-finish line, we should be able to win the Qatar Grand Prix. Across the start-finish line to win and bring home the 25 points there. Happy with that. And maybe I should start up a new... Maybe you should start up a new livery or something for this second season. I don't know. Something you didn't actually see in that last part of the last season that I didn't record, unfortunately. I did actually sign up with a new sponsor and it looked really cool. It was like, I think it was Stanley. I don't know, like bike tools or something. It's a really cool looking sponsor. It was yellow and everything. It looked actually really cool. I think I've got Alpine stars now. It doesn't really suit my bike colour or something, so maybe I might change that up. We'll see. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. You can see we lead the Drivers and Constructors Championship now. So yeah, that's it. Be sure to tune in a couple of days time on this channel for more MotoGP, and then we might be moving over to my second channel. We'll see. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. It's been AlexZAfRo. Goodbye.